Hello guys, welcome to Amazon S3 Basics. In this tutorial, we're going to go over very basic stuff in S3. Of course, in other videos, we're going to look at more advanced features in S3. But what is S3 in AWS? S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. It's just a storage for the internet, right? So you can use Amazon S3 to store and retrieve any amount of data at any time from anywhere on the web. Okay? So there are two ways to do that. We can use the Amazon AWS Management Console, which is here, as you can see, or you can use the CLI, which is the command line from the terminal. We're going to look at that one in other videos for sure. But to get the most out of Amazon S3, you need to understand a few simple concepts, right? First of all, Amazon S3 stores data as objects within buckets, right? So what is an object? Objects, an object consists of a file or optionally any metadata that describes that file. So whatever files you have, any kind of files, it could be JPEGs, HTML files, anything. You can just store those objects in Amazon S3. Basically, you just have to upload the file you want to a store to a bucket. So basically, when you upload a file, you set the permission on those objects, which is those files, and you can just put them in a bucket. But what are the buckets? We go back here, click on this one. The buckets are the containers for objects, for files. So for example, you just upload your file. You have to put the files somewhere. You put those files inside buckets, right? So you can have one or more buckets. Once we do an example, it will be much easier for you guys to understand what we need. So after you have signed up for S3, right, you are going to create a bucket. Okay, the first thing that you have to do, you have to just create a bucket. Okay, please remember, you're not charged for creating a bucket. You're charged only for storing objects or files in buckets, right? So you can create as many buckets as you want, and you're not going to get charged for it, right? So now we're just going to create a bucket. First thing first, remember, the bucket name you choose must be unique across all existing bucket names in Amazon S3. So the bucket name has to be unique. You cannot just choose any bucket names. It has to be unique across all existing bucket names in Amazon. Okay. They give you an example. For example, just type test, right? In this region. Click on create. See? It's just create. It says no. It's shared by all users. So someone somewhere else long time ago created this bucket. So your bucket has to be very unique. Okay. So now we're just gonna just create a very unique one. For example, this one. Then in the region box, you have to be careful because you can choose a region to optimize latency. Just make sure that that data center is very close to you. Like for example, if you're in Sydney, you just don't want to put your data in like I don't know, Northern California, right? Or if you live in like Frankfurt, Germany, you don't want to put your data in like Montreal, like in Canada. Just make sure that you're very close to your data center so to reduce latency and you just minimize costs and other things, right? So this is my bucket name. I just put it here. Now, because I'm very close to this space, so I'm just going to go with this one, Montreal. Okay. The conflicting conditional operation is conflict. Okay, so I'll just go. Oh yeah, actually, because my account was created under this one. For now, I'll just go with this one. But make sure that you choose the closest data center to you. Okay. So we have created the bucket. Now the next thing to do is just to add an object to a bucket. An object is a file, okay? Just gonna add a bucket, an object to the file. To the bucket, sorry. So object is a file. Okay, so you just go to create, sorry, you just click on the bucket itself. So this is my bucket. Now you're just gonna upload a file inside that bucket. There are two things that you can do. You can just drag and drop a file, like for example, you can just go here and drag the file all the way here, or you can just add file, okay? I'm just gonna, excuse me, you just wanna upload this one. I live in Canada, so I see this all the time. That's joking. Okay. Open this one. So you have uploaded, you haven't uploaded your file, you have just selected your file. Now, you can just go ahead and start uploading your file, right? Or you can just set details. As you can see, there are three options here. Standard, infrequent access storage, and reduced redundancy storage. We're just gonna start with actually reduced redundancy storage, the last one. This option enables customers to reduce their costs by storing non-critical or reproducible reproducible data at lower levels of redundancy than Amazon S3's standard storage. So the standard storage, for example, for a terabyte per month is like $22, right? But this one, it's a bit cheaper. Okay? Sorry, the infrequent access storage is cheaper, reduced redundancy is not cheaper. I'd say it's more expensive, but I'm going to tell you exactly why this one is more expensive than this one. Okay, so the reduced redundancy storage just gives you an option, gives the customers option to reduce their costs by storing non-critical or reproducible data at lower levels of redundancy than other storage like standard. Okay, excuse me. Now, how about the infrequent access? The infrequent access is an Amazon S3 storage class for data that is accessed less frequently, right? But it requires rapid access when needed. Okay? So, if you just search for AWS calculator, monthly calculator, okay? You go to the Amazon S3, you'll see that there are three kinds of storage. Standard storage, infrequent access storage, and redundancy storage. So if you go with 1 terabyte, your cost will be $22, which is standard. This is just a standard storage, okay? So what was the infrequent one? Now let's just go to the infrequent access. This one is like $12. So it's pretty much half of standard storage. Why? Because as I told you, it's just for accessing data less frequently. But you just require a rapid access, right? You're not going to access those data so much, but you need rapid access. Okay? And the last one, which is more expensive, is reduced redundancy. This is going to be higher. So this one was $22, this one was $24. Yeah. So what is this one? It's an Amazon S3 storage that enables customers to reduce their costs by storing non-critical, reproducible data at lower levels of redundancy. Okay? It will cost you more, but at the end, it will give you so many options. Okay? So we're just going to go with the standard storage, but make sure you understand the difference. Again, the reduced redundancy is just basically gives you an option to basically store your non-critical data. Again, because there's not real redundancy in place for you. Infrequent means you're not accessing your data so much, but it has to be a rapid access. Okay. So there's an option to encrypt your data on the server if you want to. You can choose that one. You can use your own master key, or you can use AWS master key. It's up to you. You can choose either or doesn't matter. We're not gonna just do this one for now, because if you do this, it will create a key for you, so you don't have to do this anyways. If you don't care about encryption, the set permission. Of course, it's gonna give you full control because it's your file, but you can add more permission. For example, everyone. It will give you some options, right? Me, authenticated users, everyone can open this file. Okay? I'm not gonna check this box for now because I'm gonna show you how to do this. And set metadata. It's not a bad idea to check this box because it will detect the type of your file. For example, if it's a JPEG, if it's an HTML file, or anything like that, it will actually figure out the content type. Or you can add more. For example, you can just go with content type, then it will give you an option. You can just go with text, image, JPEG, mine's JPEG. You can just do that. Now, start uploading. Okay? Excuse me. So now this is done. This is your file. Imagine you want to share this file with someone in a different country. What you have to do, you just click on this one, right click, and just make it public. So when you make it public, everybody can see this one now. Can see this file? These are your logs, right? When you double click on the file, this is the URL for this one. As you can see, this is my bucket name, and this is AWS, right? So this is my file, this is my object, this is my bucket, and this is AWS, and this is just a bunch of random code to make it distinguishable from other pictures. So if you copy this one and just go to Safari, I'm not logged in on Safari, okay? If you just see, everybody can see this page. Okay. So as I said, you have an option to download the file. You can copy the file. The properties, I'm going to just tell you exactly what that means in other videos. But for now, please remember that that's how you play with your file and things that you can do. You can even transfer your file to somewhere else. Okay? So, this is it for now, guys. If you have any other questions, you can let me know. You can, if you wanted, for example, if you want to just delete your file. One more thing, I'm gonna just talk about Bitbucket in a second, but you can just delete your file easily. And of course, if you want to just remove your bucket, it will ask you to type the name of the bucket again for you. You have to type the bucket. Just confirm that you are not making many mistakes, because it cannot be undone. Okay, once you undo this, and you got rid of your S3 bucket. So a bucket is a container. An object is just a file. So you create bucket, and then you put the object or the file inside a bucket. So in the second videos, we're just going to get into more details, and we're just going to look at the properties and also the CLI, because the CLI will give you for sure so many other options. Thanks for watching, guys.